Welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video, and today you're watching news, and more news. The only news channel around that will show you the greatest things around and the things to come. Yeah, I'm here with my co-host Bobby here. Say hello, Bobby. Thanks, Bobby, appreciate that. And today I'm showing you the new Copper update. That's right, Minecraft is now in its Copper age. You thought we were in the Stone Age before, but now we've advanced just a little bit more, and we have all kinds of new items to look at. I know I'm a little bit late on this train, but that's okay. It's more fun to be late than never do it at all, right? So if you look here, we have all kinds of gradient things that have been added, all kinds of weather things. Copper's the cool piece, you know? Copper has all kinds of things that you can do with it. And by that, things, and more things, I mean, I can go from having a regular copper golem to having one that's fully weathered. So what that means, both of these have been waxed so that they won't change any further because I don't want that right now. We want them here for their cool visuals, and actually everything that's placed out here is waxed to make sure that there's nothing that gets ruined on it. So, if you look here, we have a new armor. This is the unenchanted version. And then we have the enchanted version of the armor. And of course you have new weaponry that's been added. You have a copper sword, a copper axe, a copper shovel, and a copper hoe. I believe they said that the rating between this and other armors is this is kind of the point between, you know, leather, give or take, and iron, which is kind of like a stepping stone in between everything. So if you look right here in these menus, you'll see it goes leather, copper, chainmail, which I believe one has slight bit more or slight bit less durability than the other. Of course, you can't craft chainmail armor, so that kind of is where copper stands in place of it. Either way, we all know that with the netherite armor you get knockback resistance, you know, but of course there's no special perks that are added with the copper stuff. They just kind of look cool. So for example here, I'm going to go and put on each piece of this enchanted armor, and look at my character now. Very awesome. Very nice glowing colors. Look at the back here. Awesome, don't mind my cool cape. Actually, you know what's even more cool about this cape? Let me find it. Here it is. I found that this cape has a Jack Black thing on the back, which is really funny. That is Steve. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. So if we look down through here, we have all kinds of stuff that's been added in this update. I mean, we have copper nuggets, so when you smelt down your armor, you don't have to worry about anything. Of course, you always had these two. You have new shelf blocks, which are holding up every one of these items. We have all 4 of the golem gradients. We have 4 different new copper lanterns. We have a copper torch. We have 4 different copper chests. We have 4 different copper lightning rods. We have, of course, you know, the regular copper blocks, which we've already seen. We have the copper golem spawn egg. We have all the armors I just showed you. We have all the weapons I just showed you. And we also have copper horse armor, which looks pretty cool. So you don't just have regular copper golems. You also have copper golem statues, which I believe you can get whenever they fully stop moving after you haven't, you know, waxed them like I mentioned before. And then you can pick them up. I believe you can wax them from there, maybe chop off some of the weather, you know, the oxidation. And then you can take and make them actual statues and just place them down. Instead of them turning back into, well, that wasn't a good idea. That block is aging on me. Instead of having just straight out this boy right here, boom, the copper golem. As you see, the big difference here, of course, this one does not have light in his eyes, and this one does. So how does this work, right? If I give him, rather, there's nothing, okay, anyways. If I were to put inside here any of these items that I want him to have. So for example, if I were to give him a iron trap door and 10 paintings, I believe they said he can hold up to 16 items at once. So he's going to take these items and start trying to sort them amongst the chests around here. Hello, friend. Go back to your chest. And here's the problem with him, right? He's going to start searching every chest until he finds something. So we're going to give him a second. He's going to contemplate his life decisions and go from there.
A few moments later.
As you heard, he was happy to find that item, so he's going to take this item and try to find a place to put it. He's going to check all chests within the area. You can check up to 10 chests at once. And after 10 chests, he restarts the process all over again. So he's going to try to find a place to put this. If he can't find a place to put this in these chests, then he's just going to put it down randomly. Which, I'll leave that for another time. Right now, we're just showcasing all the cool stuff that can be found within this update. So, Copper Golem statues are not applicable to gravity. Meaning I can do this, and I can do this. Ooh, wrong one. I can break the blocks below it, and it doesn't fall. The Copper Golem itself, of course, is applicable to gravity. Meaning that if he were to be pushed or dropped, he would fall. So for example, don't mind those. We're going to take and do this. We're going to go up a few blocks. I'm going to place down that and break this below him. He falls, as you see. So yeah, once again, he's going to start trying to move around, trying to find some more stuff to put away, and he's going to go from there. I think this one's kind of lost. That's okay. We won't mind that. There does come a point where they're kind of a little confused, and I believe I needed a regular chest down so they can put stuff down that they don't need. For example, I take and place this right here. We're going to place it about right there. He should put that in there, if I'm correct. Yeah, there we go. He takes it and puts it away because he knows that there's nowhere for it to go. That means that is back in here now. Alright, so on to the new shelf block. As you've already seen, I have all of our items displayed in the shelves. But this right here is really cool because I had these activated with redstone. Meaning I can click the first slot and it puts my entire inventory in that slot. So as you see, I have a full inventory. Once again, I click it in that first slot, it puts everything down. I click in any slot, actually, and it puts it down. Now here's the difference. If I deactivate this last one here, right, you'll see it changes pattern. It's only going to put down 6 items. These other 3 I'd have to do manually. But I don't want to do that. I would like all my items back. So number 1, we're going to activate all those again, and we're going to retrieve all those. So because I actually used creative mode to place these, my inventory was full, meaning that now I'm going to go and pick up these other items. But here's the most fun part. I have now made a very complicated process because I only had 2 of them. You guys are kind of loud back there. I only had 2 of them activated. Go ahead and break this, take this off here, place that, and go over there. So now it's all activated at once. I'll slap them down, takes my entire inventory, I pick them back up, and we're good to go. And that right there is the new shelf blocks. Pretty cool. I do actually really like these, and I'm going to use these for a lot of builds. As you see, I've used them to kind of layer around the outside of this build, and also this. Don't mind this. We'll get to this at the end. But they will make a cool wall block for decoration. Like I said, we have the different lightning rods. You have this version, that version, and that one. You got the 4 different stages for every copper item in there. Of course, you got the golems. They do the same thing with the statues. And slowly but surely, these guys will turn into statues of themselves. So if I were to let these run around for much longer, they will turn into statues and stay where they're at. We also have new chain blocks. We have this one, that one there, and then the final version. Of course, we have the cool copper torches with a green hue to them, a good green accent. And then, of course, to build these boys, you've already seen once, we take a copper block, and we take a pumpkin, and place it down. It gives you the chest, and it gives you the golem himself. Pretty good balance of items, if you ask me. Of course, if we were to make one of these disappear, to say, I would feel bad doing it. And I do believe he would only drop 1 copper. He might not even drop that, actually, because realistically, wouldn't make sense, would it? I actually want to keep you. I'm so sorry. I missed him. Dropped 2 copper. Alright, so now, on to the next segment here. We have the horse, of course. That rhymed. We have the new horse armor that they have added. We're going to open up his inventory here and put this on him and see how it looks. And boom! The horse armor is a very nice copper color. Has a green saddle to it, kind of accent, you know, the different colors of copper. And we're also going to throw a saddle on him just to make sure we can control where he goes. So now I got the saddle. I'm going to go ahead and go on here, put it on him. And there is Mr. Horse with a saddle. What would happen if I were to build this with a waxed block of copper? Let's find out. Gonna do this. Gonna do this. And boom. Does that give us a wax chest? Let's find out. No, it doesn't. It gives us a regular chest. And now, about the golem, I don't really know on him. It could be anything. So what are some things that we did not get with this update? No new music discs, fence posts, fences, glass, ladders, arrows, signs, heads, enchantment books, everything you see here. All kinds of different stuff, right? Of course, most disappointing would be no buttons and no pressure plates. Very sad about those. I think that's what a lot of people were excited about. Now let's switch this over here. And now, there we go. We have the new splotches for the dies. This is one small thing that has changed in textures to make them look a little bit different than they used to. As you see, each one now has like a paper texture down below it, kind of holding the die there, which makes sense because the die would be more liquidy, kind of pasty in some cases. So it does make a little more sense than the old ones, and it works. So as you have seen, this is everything with a new Copper Age update. So on that note, I thank you all for watching, and hope you tune into the next Minecraft video. But what's that in the background, you ask? That is the finished Iron Golem from one of the previous Minecraft videos. And yes, it is fully finished now. As you see, I gave him some nice vine accents, made him look pretty cool. Give him a little glowy texture on the outside. And I know I said that this would be in one of the future videos, of course, but you know, here it is. Makes it look cool. It probably has already been in one of the other videos, but I don't recall. So I'm going to show it off here again. Anyways, back to you over there in the scene. Also, thank you, Grim. We appreciate you showing us all the cool new stuff in this update. It's very much appreciated because me and Bobby here, who seems to be getting older by the second, really enjoyed watching all that. So please, if you did too, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and maybe even if you want to comment below, tell me what you liked about this video or what you think would be better about next time. Just say so. I want to make sure everybody here is enjoying and watching it thoroughly and actually enjoying what they're watching. That's my goal. So if you have anything you want to see in the next videos, tell me and I will make it happen. Try to at least. Anyways, I believe that's all for this time. So thank you for watching this video. I'll see you all another time. Bye.
And that's a wrap of today's news.
So you're telling me I can place blocks on top of these guys. So he gets a funny little glass hat, makes him look like a nice little lamp. Hold on. You get a campfire hat. It looks like it hurts, hold on. Better, campfire hat, I like that. And you get this one, which makes you really cool looking. Yeah, sure you are, bud. Wait. Where are they at? Hold on. One more. You get a cool smart person hat. And you don't get a fire pot, I lied to you, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Let's do green. Does it work? Doesn't work. Man, everything I want to try ain't gonna work. Does it work with candles? No. What if I give them this? I like it. I like your little hat, G. It's perfect.